think about when's the last time you could go in any toy aisle, see G.I. Joe, He-Man, Transformers, Turtles, Batman, like even legit superpowers Batman. And then I'm in.
15 years ago, an American entrepreneur, Charles Lazarus, opened a toy store in Washington, D.C. Toys R Us soon became the leading toy store in the world. And then it wasn't.
It's the end of an era. One of the most recognizable names in American retail is closing its doors.
This is breaking overnight. Toys R Us filing for liquidation and planning to close its doors.
These stores are all slated to close sometime within the next few months.
But just up the road, in a failing mall, another man is trying to do the same. This is Allan, and this is Eternia Dreams.
That's how it all started. It's the only reason Eternia Dreams is here today, is these. It started off like, I think I'm gonna start collecting them. It's fun. They weren't expensive by any means. I've always been collecting the vintage, but that was like a big push, right? Because I was past that window, so I was never like a kid and got a new He-Man vintage on cart. That didn't happen. But the passion behind it was getting them used and hand me down. And then when we found these, I was like, okay, that'll be like my vintage card for me, because I didn't get to open any. So I would like go buy them all, keep the couple I needed, and then sell the rest. Went from buying the He-Man collection to, nope, now I'm getting some Star Wars. Now I'm getting some Joes in that collection. And then we opened up, I decided I'm gonna close my landscape company and I'm gonna sell toys out of my garage. So I took my garage doors off the house, I put French doors in, I finished a whole room, and I had a store for 27 days, 29 days, and I realized I have messed up big time. I sold my collection, I sold my Corvette, I sold everything to my name that had any type of value to get the store open. Gambled on everything. And that used to be another opening too, but people were getting smart and they would shop the store, they would leave the item on the glass cabinet, and then when they came out, they'd steal it.
But just like Lazarus, one store is not enough for Allan.
It's a lot in here, dude. It's nuts. Just gotta ask yourself as a businessman, do you want one item that costs 10 grand? Or do you want 2,000 items that cost 20 bucks? I'll take the 2,000 items at 20 bucks every day. Running multiple locations, I never realized how tough this was gonna be. Every package that leaves gets all processed right here with our peanuts and making just, I don't care if you spend 5 bucks or you spend 1,000 bucks. Every item deserves to be wrapped right. It's just the way it should be done. So this is why the whole crew's like, we don't need any more toys. See, everything's labeled. Everything on this wall, this is all Gettysburg. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's all, everything's ready to go. We just got to get it up there and start that sorting process. I bought a pallet of wet wipes. So you put them in totes so they stay moist, but that way you can clean all your toys. Like, nobody should be getting dirty ass toys. Wiggle it. It just got to pull it toward you, bub.
And what's the point of 2 toy stores without a candy shop?
It's like tight. And then on the weekends, we have someone here, and then all this stuff goes out on the counter. What kid didn't want to own a toy store or didn't want to own a candy shop? We did it both.
But as Allan expands, a familiar face lurks around the corner.
Toys R Us is back.
Toys R Us teaming up with Macy's stores all across the country after it forced to close its own stores back in 2018, the standalones. Toy stores will range from 1,000 square feet to up to 10,000 in flagship locations like this one in San Francisco.
Game plan here, I got a lot to repair and do. So in here, like, I just flip-flop the walls. So like, instead of my high-end being on the wall like in my store, it'll be on this wall. That'll be like high-end pops, your vintage mocks, and then in all these cases, like your graded stuff, your high-end loose and all those things. And then same exact platform for like the regular store.
Jesus called in a loud voice, and the dead man arose.
Toys R Us looking to make a major comeback. The company says it plans to expand its brick and mortar operations and add 24 flagship stores across the country.
With Toys R Us opening back up, will there be enough room for both of them, or are we on the verge of a toy civil war?